India Open. Next up, we have women's singles, and the reigning world and Olympic champion An Se Young is trying to win her second title here 2 years after her first. She's up against the number 8 seed Pornpawee Chochuwong, who's in her first final for almost 2 years. Well, when we look at the women's singles draw, by quarter-final stage we had 7 different flags, which was the same as the men's singles, and the most diverse, obviously, along with the men's singles, of all 5 disciplines. 4 seeds at semi-final stage and 4 different flags, and both the semi-finals were classics in their own way. One 2-game match and one 3-game match, but it was delightful women's singles yesterday. I love both of them.
And 2-time world champion, world number 1, An Se Young.
An Se Young, the reigning world and Olympic champion. Champion here 2 years ago when she beat the number 1 seed Akane Yamaguchi in the final. And when she did that, she became the first Korean winner of the women's singles here at the India Open. 5 titles last year, including, of course, the Olympic gold, from 7 finals reached, from only 11 tournaments played. Started this year quite brilliantly last week in Malaysia, winning the Super 1000 event in Kuala Lumpur, beating Wang Shiyi of China in that final.
And the opponent from Thailand, 8 seed, world number 12, Pornpawee Chochuwong.
Well, her comeback in yesterday's semi-final was nothing short of astonishing. Pornpawee Chochuwong battled and battled and battled against the 18-year-old Miyazaki. Came from a game and 6-14 down, saving 3 match points to book her place in a first final of any international tournament competition for almost 2 years. A first ever Super 750 final for this lady from Thailand. And what a welcome return to form. Well, 2 years ago, she reached the quarter-final of the India Open. And who did she lose to? But no other than her opponent of today, who I've already told you went on to win the title. Well, this is a tense meeting between these 2 players, and An Se Young has won all previous 9. It was a similar situation with An Se Young against the Olympic bronze medalist Tun Jun in yesterday's semi-final. So our guest to conduct the toss of
You want the toss?
the
Side. We'll serve
coin, Araki Ashwal, on behalf
Thank you.
of HSBC. Well, she's looked to be in tremendous form all week, An Se Young. Hasn't dropped a game on her way to the final. She's going to turn 23 next month, and as you can see, she is the current world number 1. In fact, it's her 75th week in total as world number 1. When she won her gold in Paris, it was only a second gold for Korea in the women's singles, 28 years after the first. And that just confirms what I was telling you. Let me draw your attention to that second round match against the 3-time former champion Ratchanok Intanon. Quarter-final, she got revenge for last year's quarter-final defeat, where she had to retire a year ago. And that semi-final against the Olympic bronze medalist Tun Jun. 19 and 16. The quality of play in that semi-final was absolutely wonderful. So to the number 8 seed, Pornpawee Chochuwong, will turn 27 in 3 days on Wednesday from Rayong. And she went up 1 place on the world ranking published earlier this week to number 12. But as you can see, has been a top 10 player. Number 8 on the world ranking for 4 weeks. She's making her 4th appearance here. The first time she's been past the quarter-final. At second round, she went the full distance against the beaten finalist from the China Masters 750 event, Gao Fangjie, and then beat Tang Yue of China. And the semi-final, I was telling you about that match against Miyazaki. A game and 6-14 down. In fact, she was down in the deciding game as well. 19-15 down in the deciding game. Chochuwong against Miyazaki, and somehow found a way to come back and win. It was a great fighting determination and a lovely performance. Ballerina Sien of India is our umpire for this one, and Bert van Horenbeck from Belgium, the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, An Se-young, Korea. And on my left, Pornpawee Chochuwong, Thailand. Pornpawee Chochuwong to serve. Love all. Play.
This women's singles final. Se-young, nearest to us, the reigning world and Olympic champion. Pornpawee Chochuwong. Lovely smash from the Thai player.
1-love.
Well, as far as Chochuwong is concerned, she's trying to become the 4th different player from Thailand to win the women's singles title here. It's amazing, isn't it? Back in 2011, Pumtip Buranaprasatsuk won the title. I've told you already that Ratchanok Intanam won 3. And the last player to win 3 years ago, when it was a 500 event rather than a 750, Busanan Ongbang in an all-Thailand women's singles final, beat Supanida Kaitong. The Thai players have had a good time here at the India Open in the women's singles over the years.
They certainly have.
Wow. Great deception from An Se-young.
2-1.
That's going to go in the notebook.
Yeah. It's also going to take the top off the worst self-confidence from Chochuwong, that you're totally in the wrong direction. That's not fun.
Nice angle.
3-1.
Well, Thai players have done well in the women's singles over the last couple of weeks, haven't they, Stephen? Because last week at the Malaysian Open, there was 2 Thai players in the semi-final, Ratchanok and Chor Ikiwong. Here we are, a week later, and Chochuwong in the final. got a good squad of women's singles players, haven't they, Thailand?
Yeah, they have. Strong junior player as well, with a familiar surname. I've forgotten the first name now, but it's Vitisan's kid sister. I think it's Saruna or something.
No, it's just wide.
Yesterday, in the respective semi-finals, they started on the exact same sides as they are standing now, and Chochuwong had a 5-1 lead against Miyazaki, and then things went completely south for her, and it seemed like she got in doubt as how to play that far side of the court. You've got to play attacking. The problem is that it's An Se-young on the other side, who's got a good defense and good anticipation, so it's not so easy.
Well, over the last couple of years, An Se-young has been dominant in the women's singles discipline. 2023, she was in 13 finals, winning 10 titles from only 17 tournaments played. Oh, she's challenging.
An Se-young challenges call out.
Did it catch the outer side of the line?
Maybe. What does the instant review say? World number one, An Se-young. Yes, you have some fans all over the world. It was just wide.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 2-6. Play.
At the end of that rally showed us a little bit of what it takes to be able to challenge An Se-young, and that is a lot of variation and definitely a lot of deceptions on your shots.
Just long.
3-6.
Well, there's only been 2 players who have won more than one women's singles title here at the India Open. Of course, Ratchanok, who we've already talked about, won 3. Another player, India's very own Saina Nehwal. Young, of course, trying to add her name to that list. Beautiful. Longest rally so far.
7-3.
Well, we talked a little yesterday, Steen, about what makes An Se-young so special, her movement, her skills. We've seen both of those demonstrated so far today.
Yeah. And also the anticipation, the ability to combine the quality of her own shot against the traits of her opponent. What kind of position are they in? What do they have in their arsenal in types of types of shots? That's a beauty.
So if you were going to have to name the qualities of Pornpawee Chochuwong, I'm guessing racket skills is going to be high up there.
Racket skills is going to be high up. She can attack.
Thank you.
Her movement is normally quite okay. Yesterday, I think it was sort of like night and day. Night the first 1.5 game, and then day for the remainder. Because it's important that you can move in the defense as well, especially against An Se-young. But racket skills clearly the top factor in my opinion.
Service over.
Consistency
9-4.
lacking a bit.
Lack of consistency in shot production or in overall performance?
Yeah, both things actually.
Okay. That's a nice backhand.
Maybe. But I mean, maybe they are actually linked together.
10-4.
If the shot quality and consistency in that increased, then I think the overall performance would become much more steady. But she struggled with a shoulder injury, Chochuwong.
11-4 interval.
Well, it's a very handsome lead for An Se-young. 7-point advantage, and she seems to be in cruise control at the moment. Just 9 minutes played.
Twenty seconds. Coach, return to your chair. Eleven, 4. Play.
So 11-4 the advantage here in the opening game to the reigning world and Olympic champion. Not to mention world #1 and Asian Games gold medalist.
Great defense from An Se-young. If we get it in slow, then look
4.
where the shot is placed from Chochuwong. That's not a bad smash, but it just has to be even more accurate to create real problems for An Se-young. She's really good in covering the court sideways in the defense.
Thirteen, 4.
Defensive stance there. Good balance. That was a super follow-up from Chochuwong.
5-13.
I was about to say that this first game probably is beyond her, but then I suddenly recalled yesterday when she was something similar down. Was it 6-14? I think it was.
It was indeed. Yeah, that's right in
Beautiful.
the corner. That's a super shot.
6-13.
Just long. So here is that exact same scoreline.
Yeah,
14-6.
14-6.
that's a different face on the other side from yesterday.
Service over. 7-14.
Well, this was how the downfall started for Tomoka Miyazaki yesterday at 14-6. She seemingly lost focus a little bit, created some unforced errors. Good lift.
Service over.
That's one of the shots where I feel that Chochuwong should have been able to get to it. Most of An Se-young's smashes are straight. So that's the one I feel that Chochuwong should cover. If she plays it cross, well, so be it. And that's one of the things that I feel An Se-young is really good at, playing the percentages, covering the most probable shot.
Nice block. That is just delightful. Yeah, gets the thumbs up from coach there.
16-9.
Super. Nice. Short. Gosh, she's guessed it. And now Chochuwong has missed with the second attempted kill.
17-9.
Rock solid basic game and defense from An Se-young.
18-9. Pornpawee, get ready.
Well wide.
19-9.
5 straight points. Just 2 points away from the opening game. Game point opportunities.
20, game point 9.
In all honesty, this opening game has been a little too easy for the world number one, due in large part to her good play.
Service over. 10-20.
Delaying the inevitable, one suspects.
Yeah.
Mind you, I was just checking the scores of Chochuwong's opening game yesterday. It was 11.
Play.
She lost the opening game, came
Yeah.
back to win. here we are at 2011.
11-20.
Super. Threaded it down the line.
12-20.
Managed to crack a smile.
Yeah.
Pornpawee's coach there. Gotta be pleased with that.
Game.
21-12. Opening game in favour
Game won by
of the former
An
champion, An Se-young.
21-12.
21-12 in 19 minutes. And the reigning world and Olympic champion, one game away from winning her second India Open title.
ถ้าเขาโยนลึกหนีเป็นเร่งเข้ามือเขาหมดเขาโยนลึกเขารอต้องฆ่าลึกเขาโยนลึกเราจะเอาเลยไม่ได้เพราะฉะนั้นอย่างนี้ต้องท่านขึ้นลึกเอาลึกให้ดีมากใช่แล้วนะวิธีการตีของเขาเนี่ยเขารอแล้วเขาไปลึกเพราะฉะนั้นเราพยายามจะเร่งไม่เข้านั้นเดี๋ยวอดทนต้องอดทนลึกจัด
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chair. Second game. Love all. Play.
So one game to the goods. The world number one, An Se-young. 21-12, that opening game against Pornpawee Chochuwong. Well reached. Good reaction from the Thai player.
Service over. 1 love. Service over. 1-all.
It's well left.
2-1.
Any suggestions for Pornpawee,
Yeah,
tactic-wise?
she's got to maintain almost the same kind of pressure that was working in some rallies for her in the first game, but she cannot play too much around the court, so to speak, too much basic game. She's got to attack, because otherwise An Se-young is just moving her around And that's a perfect rally from the world number one. So she's got to stay on top of the rallies, or get on top of the rallies in terms of initiative, Chochuwong. Once in a while, she can play the backcourt, and she should do that. But it's initiative with deceptions that's working. We saw Tunjung somewhat successful with it yesterday. I think the Indonesian played a good match against An Se-young. That's a good pace there, but it's not easy. So she's got to work really, really hard all the rallies. Chochuwong, that's not a good one.
4-1. Pornpawee.
So compared to yesterday's match against Miyazaki, then I think An Se-young's defense covers a bigger part of the court and is more dangerous if Chochuwong is a little bit inaccurate. And she's really experienced in these kinds of situations. It's not the first time she's played in drifty conditions.
Well, she raced to a 6-1 lead in the opening game, An Se-young.
6-1.
I don't think Chochuwong was ever able to recover from that.
It's tough when you lost all previous 9 encounters. Lost the first game to 12 and are down 6-1 in the second. It's not only badminton-wise, it's also mentally tough to tell yourself to keep going. It's gone long.
7-1.
Unbelievable.
Service over.
Never giving up on the rally. And there was a rally yesterday, wasn't there? It was extraordinary. Where she dived, she played a diving net shot.
But also look at this. The first thing she does when she gets up, rack it up, ready to play it if it's anywhere near her. And that you could say, yeah, why did you do that? You're not going to win the rally anyway. No, but she's going to win some rallies. And she's going to put a lot of mental pressure on her opponents. They know that they can never be certain before the shuttle touched the floor on An Se-young's side.
Brilliant.
Service over.
A typical example where Chochuwong is actually in control of the rally and conducting the rally until there's one loose shot. Here it comes. That's a little bit too high and too long. And immediately it's killed.
Nine, 2.
That's well left.
Service over. 3-9.
Super.
4-9.
He has got lovely skills, Chochuwong. But
Yeah.
lovely angle, lovely slice. Could have played it straight, that time deciding to go cross court. In fact, do you know of a Thai player, singles player, that doesn't have lovely skills? They all do, don't they?
They all have great technical skills. But that's the thing. I mean, playing a lovely rally like the one before where she killed it with a cross smash, and then it's just not the same quality here, and the consistency is lacking to be able to really challenge An Se-young. Good shot. Fantastic play.
Service over. 5-10.
Obviously, I don't know how Chochuwong is practicing, but it's in practice you have to recall the level required in these matches here. That's how practice should look.
Yeah, that's good follow-up from An Se-young.
11-5 interval.
And she has an 11-5 advantage here in the second game, having already taken the first. Looking, as I said earlier, imperious.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chair.
An Se-young, greatest of all
5.
time. Not yet, but maybe. Super. In fact, Steve, that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because I think that GOAT, greatest of all time, is overused in sport nowadays.
Yeah.
But I think at the age of 22, when you think how much An Se-young has already achieved, as long as she keeps her motivation, I think that in 8 or 10 years' time, we will be talking about her as the greatest of all time.
If we make the cutoff at age 22 and says we can't count any longer, then she's the GOAT. Now, no one has won that many titles in such a young age.
Yeah, but that's not the definition of the greatest of all time.
No, I've just redefined it in my own terms.
13-5.
Longest rally of the match so far, 28 shots. And Pornpawee Chochuwong must be wondering, what on earth do I have to do to win a rally? Well, we had a 14-6 in the opening game, and it was from a 6-14 deficit in the second game yesterday that Pornpawee Chochuwong started making her comeback. Who knows?
But there's not that many 14-6 comebacks out there, so I think she's used hers for a considerable amount of time, Chochuwong. Good service return. Oh yeah, that's a beauty.
It's not just the final shot though, is it, Steve?
No.
It's the way she built the rally.
She was in trouble, then she was in a little less trouble, then she was almost equal in the rally, then she was a little bit ahead, and then she ended up winning it.
Thank you.
That's fantastic to see the coaches cheering like that. Their player is 21-12, 15-6 up, and they still celebrate the good rallies. They still, to me, it looks like they focus on the process as well. It's not just about winning, it's also about playing well.
Ronnie Augustinus, one of the coaches, and Choi Gung-woo, the other. Nice.
Service over. 7-15.
Interesting, because Cho Gun-woo was actually a doubles player, wasn't he? Coaching singles here.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean to say that you can't coach another discipline, just to one you played.
And most of the Koreans, they've played all three categories for quite a long period in their career. I don't see them as someone that's specializing very early, the Koreans.
No, and I think that's probably a good thing. I know the game has moved on, but it certainly happened in our day. Even Peter Gader was World Junior Champion in men's doubles, wasn't he?
He was.
Played doubles disciplines as a youngster. Served him very well. Well left. Yeah, you need to develop
Service over. 16.
all playing styles and all technical abilities. By playing more than one discipline as a youngster, you're able to do that. Lovely. Well, that went under the net, that final shot.
That was too steep.
She can't believe it.
9-16.
Set herself up in the rally.
This is a shot that, just thinking about the GOATs and the players that are high achievers, a shot like that would have earned a stamp in the ground from Zhang Siwei in the mixed doubles. If he'd played a shot like that, he would have been furious with himself.
Yeah. I don't think she was too happy.
No, exactly. That's the same attitude.
Even though you're way up in the match.
Yeah. Attack again.
Unbelievable defence. Oh,
Good
that's
play.
delightful.
No.
Oh. Final shot let her down.
Service over. 17.
Up to
9.
that point. Look at that backhand. One of the most delightful shots you'll ever see. Look at that.
Yeah. But look at An Se-young. She was there had it gone over. Well, she must have spent an awful lot of mental energy yesterday as well, Chochuwong.
Yeah, I agree. and then to come back out. Mental and emotional energy yesterday.
Exactly. You climb a huge mountain yesterday, and then you wake up today and even bigger is in front of you.
Yeah. 2 points away from her second
19,
India
9.
Open title, and Se Young 2 years after her first. It's been utterly brilliant today. Been utterly brilliant throughout the entirety of the tournament. In fact, the entire 2 weeks. The 2 tournaments at the start of this year. First challenge of this second game.
Call out.
I think that's a desperation challenge. Yeah, it is match point opportunities
Challenge
for
unsuccessful.
Se Young.
1 challenge remaining. 20, match point 9. Play.
This is it.
Game.
2 titles in 2 weeks. Second India Open title 2 years after the first. The world number 1 has delivered once more. And Se Young, the world and Olympic champion,
Match won by
was a class above Pornpawee Chochuwong today in the final. 21-12, 21-9 in a match lasting 40 minutes. And who knows, a trademark celebration. Who knows, in years to come, she may well earn the title of the greatest of all time. Confirmation of that scoreline, 21-12, 21-9, the victory to the world number 1, Se Young, against Pornpawee Chochuwong. Well, it really was a fantastic performance today from Se Young. The trademark celebration. Cristiano Ronaldo has his celebration, and Se Young has hers.
And I think, speaking of Cristiano Ronaldo and Hendra Sechuan, who's retiring next week, it's important that we enjoy Se Young because it's something great that we're witnessing.
Couldn't agree more. Well said, Christine. So to the prize presentation for the women's singles.
Pornpawee Chochuwong.
Pornpawee Chochuwong, first final for almost 2 years, and that's a definite sign of improvement from her. Young wins a 29th career title.
We welcome Mr. Sekhar Biswas
at the age of 22.
Badminton Association of India to present the flowers. We welcome Ms. Alisa Yoniyama, President YONEX, to present the mock check.
So the winner's check for the women's singles, $66,500 US.
We welcome Mr. Vishu Tolan, Vice President, Pan America, Badminton World Federation, to present the mementos. We welcome Mr. Robin Hibu, IPS, DGP, Delhi Police, to present the medals.
Chochuwong gets her medal, and after this prize presentation almost certainly will be dashing to Indonesia, where she's in the draw to compete in the Indonesian Masters. Not so, Young only entered these first 2 tournaments. 100% success rate over these 2 weeks for Young. The Malaysia Open title, and now here in India, the India Open title for a 2nd time. So we look forward to our next final. It's men's doubles and the new world number 2s. Go Sifei and Noor Izzuddin are up against Kim Won Ho and Source Young Jae.